Welcome to HSVC 486. This is a seminar class that goes along with your internship. You're now in the second quarter of your internship, and I wanted to review with you the objectives of the class and the internship and go over the requirements and talk a little bit about how to get the most out of your internship this quarter. So I'm your instructor again for this quarter. In addition to teaching this class, I'm also the program director for the Bachelor of Arts in Human Services program, and I'm also the liaison to your internship site. I will be meeting with your supervisor and you again this quarter to discuss how things are going. And of course, I'm always available to discuss any questions or challenges you have related to your internship or to the BAHS program. So once again, these are the outcomes we expect from the internship, that you'll be able to apply what you've learned through all your courses at CityU to your work at the internship site, that you'll apply the ethical standards of the human services profession to the delivery of services at your internship site, that you'll demonstrate effective communication and assessment skills as well as counseling skills with individuals, families, groups, the organization, and or the community that you work with at your site, that you'll demonstrate culturally competent practice, and that you'll be able to develop, implement, and evaluate interventions for your clients, whether they be individuals or families or groups, or whether it is the community that you serve or the organization itself. So that's a lot of big outcomes, and hopefully in addition to these larger outcomes, you're also on the way to meeting your own individual outcomes that you created last quarter. So here are the expectations for this course, that you will do the readings, listen to the lectures, participate in the discussion board, and complete the assignments. As per last quarter, you'll be expected to post your initial responses by Wednesday at midnight, and then all your subsequent responses by Sunday at midnight. You can read the syllabus to learn about the late assignment policy and the plagiarism policy. And as per usual, your assignments will be expected to be in APA style. This course runs concurrently with HSVC 485, which is the actual internship itself. You'll need to do 175 hours per quarter, and for the internship hours, you'll get a pass, no pass grade. For this course, HSV 486, it'll be a regular grade. And these are the assignments that are due in this course. The program evaluation plan for Part 1 and Part 2, a professional journey presentation and paper, and then participation in the discussion board every week. Also, don't forget that you have these assignments for the internship portion. You need to work with your supervisor to revise your internship learning contract this first week, and then again turn in your internship log and evaluations at the end of the internship. These are the textbooks and ebooks that we'll be using this quarter, so it's the same textbook as last quarter. And then a couple of additional books that you can find in the library. In addition, we also will be using other articles and videos in the course. And then the other big resource that we will be using is the knowledge and skills you've acquired at your internship and in your other life and work experiences. In the course shell, you'll find these documents that are related to the internship manual, the agreement, which you've already completed with your agency, the learning contract, which you'll need to revise this quarter, plus the hours log and the 2 different evaluations. I wanted to just take a couple minutes to reflect a little bit on how to continue to be successful in your internship. And there are 7 abilities listed here related to internship success. First is courage and risk-taking. You will only get out of your internship experience what you put into it. That means you're often going to be outside of your comfort zone as you learn new skills and have new experiences. You may have some fears related to working with clients, how you'll perform, what your supervisor will be like, what kind of feedback you get. You should go into your internship with the spirit of adventure. And I'm sure you've already had some adventures in the last quarter. Your internship will also be a lot richer if you articulate specifically what you want from the internship experience. That's why we have you do learning goals every quarter. And you want to link those goals to your longer term educational and career goals. Your internship is one of the few times in your professional life when your goals are to learn rather than to perform. So consider carefully what you want to learn and what is feasible in the time that you have remaining in your internship. Feedback is also really important, and that includes being realistic with yourself about what your strengths are and what your challenges are. In the internships, you have the opportunity to get a lot of feedback from your supervisor, from other agency colleagues, from your fellow students, from your instructor, and from your clients. You should consider this a gift and ask for specific and constructive feedback often. Also consider offering feedback to your fellow students on the discussion board. Remember the role of offering positive feedback in greater parts than constructive or negative feedback. And then there's respect, showing mutual respect for your clients, for your supervisor, for your colleagues, for your students, in order to build trusting relationships. You want to demonstrate empathy, genuineness, and unconditional positive regard. All these are the pillars of a helping relationship and should be the underpinnings of your internship. Let's talk a little bit about the issue of power. Be mindful of the layers of power in the helping professions. The power that you have in relationship to your clients, the power your supervisor has in relationship to you, and your relationship with fellow students and with your professor. Understand that each person comes into the helping dyad with different needs and expertise. As a human services professional, your job is to lessen the power differential between you and your clients by being non-judgmental, supporting client autonomy and self-direction. With your supervisor, there is also a power differential, and while the supervisor will want to support your professional growth and autonomy in this internship relationship, you will also need to learn the ways of the agency and of your supervisor and the reasons for their approaches before you suggest different approaches. In the internship role, it is important to seek first to understand and then be understood. Your relationship with your supervisor is similar to your client's relationship with you. Trust needs to be built first. Cultural competency, as we discussed last quarter, is important to strive for, to understand the context of the clients you work with from demographic, ethnic, cultural, and socioeconomic perspectives, just to name a few elements. It's also important to learn about the culture of the agency in terms of its setting, its history, its theoretical perspective, and its ways of doing things. Finally, you bring all your personal strengths and resources to the internship. You should keep a positive attitude, inventory and draw upon your strengths. Use your supervisor, instructor, and classmates as resources, and focus how to get through challenging times. The other key issues for internship success are supervision, of course. Make sure you're proactive in scheduling regular meetings with your supervisor. Remember to prepare for those meetings with cases, with questions, with ethical dilemmas, with challenges. Be sure you do not forget or miss these important meetings with your supervisor. And kind of related to feedback is the issue of non-defensiveness. It's hard to be in the learner position, but do not allow your security to get in the way of receiving valuable feedback. Try to take in all the suggestions from your supervisor. Take notes if you get overwhelmed. Ask for clarification and for specifics. Be receptive to the gift of feedback that's offered to you. It's also really important to understand the change process. Some of our clients just get stuck and need some time to work through the change process. This is normal. Sometimes we also get stuck and can't seem to move forward in our learning in our internships. If something is not working, try something else. Discuss with your supervisor and with others. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. This work also can really take a toll, so we really need to be focusing on self-care. We're going to talk more about that this quarter. Find ways to refresh yourself, to get away, to talk through the personal impact of the work on you, and not just the professional issues. And this is kind of related to transference and countertransference. Um, and just as transference happens between you and your client, it can also happen between you and your supervisor. We bring our histories with us to work, and sometimes relations with those at work mirror those in our past or our lives. We may idealize our supervisor, or we may feel we know more than them, or at least as much. Keep these things in mind. Be conscious as you're working through your internship experience. I'm really hoping that you'll have a successful internship experience this quarter, and I'm definitely here to help you to achieve that. Thanks.